All right, so today I am joined by actor and musician and overall queer artist Jack Tracy. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Just enjoying the afternoon post eclipse. Today
Yeah.
is the eclipse day. I was
Mhm.
watching a lot of people watching it outside, snuggling the pup and having a beer.
There you go. Perfect. Was it like complete totality over in New York, or what was it like out there?
It was partial, and I
Partial.
didn't think ahead, so I didn't get glasses, so I didn't watch.
Yeah, because I didn't get to see it in full, and we got like at least 90 to 95% in the St. Louis area, but it did get like very dim and dark outside, so we stepped out. Just kind of it was kind of cool to see. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, Jack, tell me, how excited are you for Danny Will Die Alone, your new series to premiere on Dekkoo?
Yeah, I am really excited. This is the first series I've ever done that was backed by a streamer, Dekkoo. This is an original series for Dekkoo. Started off as a little web series, became a podcast, became a different web series, and now here I am with a full-fledged show. So I'm extremely excited.
There you go. Yeah, how meaningful is this to you that for this to be your debut series, your first big series? How meaningful is that to you personally?
I mean, it was incredible. I remember, I sent the web series to them just thinking they would license it in the way that, they licensed my content in the past. They
Mhm.
didn't get back to me right away, and I was a little worried. And then they reached out and they were just like, "We love this. We have nothing like this on the service. We want to fund it."
Nice.
And I just remember hanging up the phone and being like, I did it. I finally did
Finally
it.
did
Here it is.
it. So, Danny Will Die Alone is based on your personal love life. Can you give us a rundown as to what viewers can expect?
So I like to say that it's a comedy
Okay.
that is it's a combination of Fleabag, Veep, and Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Okay, quite the trio.
It's a vulgar, shocking, quippy comedy where my character Danny talks directly to camera, thus giving you the Fleabag vibes of letting you in on his inner thoughts. Season one are nine vignettes. They were built for a web series, so they are just nine peeks into particular dates that he's having.
Okay.
And then season two, which will premiere in the fall, is our full half-hour show. There'll be six episodes, and those will be more fleshed out storylines.
Okay, nice. So there's already a season two in production.
It is filmed, edited, and we're in the last stages of doing sound and coloring. So we're just
Oh,
about done. We wrapped what three weeks ago.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Very nice. So, what do you ultimately hope audiences take away from this series?
Well, first off, I hope, especially the single people or the people who have dated within the last, say, 3, 4 years, will find a lot of this very familiar.
Hmm.
A lot of the kinds of people that you meet on the apps, a lot of the app behavior. I hope they laugh. I think there are some truly hysterical moments in this, and some definitely, I can't believe they did that moments. Um, and I really think this is going to be a word of mouth show. I think you're going to see this and you're going to send clips to your friends, and that's what's going to happen with it. I think that's where this series is headed.
For sure. And it really touches on, there's a huge emphasis on casual sex encounters of today, isn't there?
Yes, well, I mean, so much. I feel like there are only a handful of shows that actually touch on that extremely common side of
Mm.
gay life and gay dating. We
Yeah.
tend to, in our media, we tend to put it through a heteronormative lens where we'll get the dating, we'll have them already established as married. We won't really delve into their sex life. They're kind of just established. And shows are starting to get deeper into that. But I really wanted to show the typical life of a certain kind of gay man in New York City who's surfing the hookup apps, surfing the dating apps, trying to balance the two, and just sort of showing a well-rounded picture of what life is actually like.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And so are you hoping viewers sympathize with Danny?
To a point. So this is one of those shows where our lead character isn't so great himself.
Okay.
He's a bit unhinged. He is sort of I describe him as the most jaded version of myself had I completely lost my mind.
Okay.
So there are going to be moments where you're like, oh wow, I I feel for Danny here, and there are going to be moments that are like, Danny, you are wild and need to calm down. So I think it'll depend on the episode and depend on the moment. But Danny's a bit of an anti-hero. I've described him as David shit on acid.
Okay, okay, I can see that. Very nice. So, what even though this character is pretty much based on you, how challenging was it to do this role? Like, what else did you want to bring to it?
Well, the challenging part, and I did all of this to myself because I wrote the damn thing. The challenging part were all of the monologues.
Okay.
So he speaks to camera a lot, and it helps when you're the one who wrote them because they start to come back to you. But especially filming season 2, every day having like a 2-page straight to camera monologue was just like, why did I do this to myself? That was probably the most difficult part. And of course, like all my projects, I wear all of the hats. I'm directing, I wrote it, I'm acting, I'm coordinating the actors, I'm coordinating the venues, I'm doing the editing. So it's just, treating it like the marathon it is and not trying to completely exhaust myself.
Yeah, exactly. Now, is there an episode that was your absolute favorite to film?
From season 1, my personal favorite is the role play episode with the doctor,
Okay.
where he's dating this doctor. He tries to get him into sexual role play, and they start very basic by having him play a doctor, but unfortunately he plays it too real and keeps diagnosing him with terminal illnesses during sex. That's my favorite, but everyone else tells me their favorite is the sex guru, where he dates this intimacy coach who is major cringe vibes. And just the performance of that actor, Hari, he was incredible, and people really like that one.
Okay, nice.
Season 2 is hard to say because these are more fleshed out storylines. I'll just say that there's a new series regular, Maddie, played by Jordan Bell, and any Danny Maddie scene, I think we really nailed our chemistry, and so I really love those scenes.
Okay, awesome. So you have released 3 LPs, numerous EPs, and you're known for your feature film Snowflake and your web series History, Big Law, and Millennial Memoir. So how would you say Danny Will Die Alone showcases your personal growth as an artist?
Well, that's a good question. On the technical side, I've never been a better editor. I've never been a better producer. So these, we filmed this on a small budget, and it's a tiny little crew. It's an independent series, non-union, but the thing looks like it belongs next to streaming shows. Like it's really polished and professional. So we've come a long way from History, which was shot on a DSLR, with crew that were volunteers, and shooting it however we could, wherever we could. The production value has definitely skyrocketed. And I think the writing's never been better. I think it's very tight. I think it's showing off, History was very much, it had comedic moments, but it was far more a drama. And this is really showing off my writing as a comedian, and I think that's new for me. So I hope that really shines.
Yeah, definitely. Do you currently have any music projects in the works right now?
I actually do. So season 2 is going to feature a lot of my original music, especially in the credit sequences.
Nice.
I have a brand new LP, which will be called Glorify, and I'm hoping to have that out at the same time as season 2. There are 2 songs that are out now, Fill Me Full and Submit, and they're both on all streaming platforms.
Okay, perfect. Well, how can one stay up to date with you and your projects?
So the best way to stay up with me is Instagram. I'm at Jack Tracy Official, Tracy, no E. Danny Will Die Alone also has an Instagram handle, but that just started, so I'm starting to build that up. And my Linktree has links to everything. I've got OnlyFans and Patreon for exclusive content, behind the scenes. That's where Danny started. It was a web series just for that audience.
Okay.
Music videos, all sorts of stuff. So Instagram is kind of the hub for everything.
Okay, perfect. Then before we wrap up, are there any other upcoming projects or anything else you'd like to mention or plug at this time?
Between the music and Danny, my plate is full. I think that's all I got going on right now.
All right, so we'll keep up to date with you.